I really like this picture, and this is what happens when you examine your own work with a critical eye and look for things that you did well, look for areas to improve, and try and make new images based on those lessons learned from previous images. A couple weeks ago, I posted a picture that I shot in my backyard, which was kind of similar, but not nearly as good. It was a purple flower kind of like this against a background where there was some vertical spots of bokeh, these light blurs that were the sunlight coming through my fence. And I wasn't super happy with that original photo, but I thought it was a good learning opportunity. And so this here is I think it's called a saliva plant, and it's right in my backyard, kind of near where the other photo was taken. And I saw the sun setting one day. This was in early May when I shot this. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go take a picture of this other purple flower using what I learned last time. And it took several tries. And I think I used a +10 close-up filter on this because these flowers are actually pretty small. But I'm super happy with how it turned out. And there's a lot of little decisions that went into this photo. So obviously the subject is right in the center, so nothing groundbreaking there. But the background is what I think works the best on this. It almost looks like this is nestled between all of these bright spots of light, like they're cradling it. And that was an intentional choice on my part. I took several versions of this where this flower and the green stem or branch, whatever you call it, were not quite so centered between all of those background elements. They were off to the side or they were down below, leaving a big gap on top. It just didn't quite work right. And I actually went inside and I got what I thought was a good photo. I went inside, looked at my images on the computer, and I thought, you know what, I can do even better. So I went back out with my D750 +10 close-up filter, and I really focused on a couple things. I wanted the flower to be sharp, and I wanted the background to play a role in the total composition. I really wanted the background to augment my subject. Last week, I posted a picture of a cat, and the background was just uniform gray. And that's fine, but for this photo, I wanted the background specifically to enhance my subject. And I worked to position myself and my camera and the subject in such a way that the background did exactly that. I shot at different apertures too. This was, I think, 2.8, maybe 4, but I don't think so. To get your subject more in focus and sharper, you use a smaller aperture. I didn't want to do that here because I really wanted those huge balls of light in the background. I'm really pleased with how this turned out, and it could have never happened had I not been paying attention to some of the lessons that I learned from photos I had taken earlier.